It was weird to say the least. Yesterday was the first and hopefully the last for the most of us.
Tonight on DC News Now, a high school student charged with shooting a classmate. School leaders now debating a new security system. Protesters and supporters gathering to voice their opinions on a proposed ICE facility in Maryland.
It makes the United States look bad.
ICE is nice.
It's a bad idea.
ICE wrong. Local leaders taking a vote during a controversial hearing.
After our warm-up out there today, not too cold overnight tonight. Spots sprinkle, but out of the latest, look ahead towards the rest of that 7-day coming up.
There's a stinky problem in the district, with trash overflowing weeks following the storm.
If it goes on much longer, it's going to be a real problem.
Families calling for the removal only, leading to more frustration.
We need to be peace, be mindful, and have peace within us in order for there to be peace in the world.
A 2,000-mile walk for peace. The monks officially arriving in D.C., their message from the National Cathedral. Plus, we're continuing to celebrate Black History Month. A look at one woman's journey as she paves the way for others in ministry.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran. Chris Flanagan has a night off. We have new details tonight on that shooting at a high school in Maryland last night. The students returning to Wootton High following the gunfire on campus yesterday that sent kids scrambling for safety and forcing the classrooms into a lockdown. Police have arrested a 16-year-old boy for the shooting of his classmate. They say that he used a ghost gun and hours earlier pointed that firearm at a different student. Now parents are demanding more safety measures and questioning why the armed resource officer for the school was patrolling another campus at that time. DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live. And Ben, there have been recommendations for an upgraded security system. What did that person say about that?
Well, I caught up with the head of the Wootton High School PTA. He's also the dad to a student who's a junior. His daughter was inside the school at the time. His wife sent a frantic call after she saw officers rush inside of the school. He's got security concerns of his own.
They were coming in force with rifles out. I knew it was a pretty serious situation.
Brian Rabin was among countless parents instantly worried for their children's safety Monday after hearing of a possible shooter at Wootton High.
That was just absolutely terrifying.
School Superintendent Thomas Taylor addressed parents Tuesday night.
We're going to outfit tomorrow, literally tomorrow, with upgraded security cameras as well as some door features.
Taylor says more security resources and police will remain the rest of the year, and the district already prepared to launch an AI weapons detection pilot program using current cameras at 3 schools, though not at Wootton, telling reporters.
I think we'll consider it.
Rabin also wants armed police officers back inside schools. The county did away with this in 2021. Armed officers then patrolled outside several schools during shifts.
I think having an officer in the school is helpful for many reasons.
Maintaining safety and security throughout our educational institutions.
A 2024 district safety report recommended weapons detection in secondary schools, an $11 million price tag at the time.
And whatever came of that recommendation.
So I think the technology is evolving rapidly. Right now, we're exploring all of that.
Superintendent Taylor also had said that today's attendance at Wootton High School, roughly 40% of the student population. It's normally 90%, a significant drop. However, anybody who is absent today and tomorrow are going to be excused. In Montgomery County, Maryland, in Rockville, Ben Dennis, back to you.
Ben, thank you. Let's take a live look now at Capitol Hill, where lawmakers have been going back and forth over a renewed push in school safety legislation, as Saturday marks 8 years since a gunman shot and killed 17 people in Parkland, Florida. The victims' parents have been tirelessly advocating for change since then and are backing bills to establish an emergency response system within schools, as well as to create a national program for violence prevention, that is. They also want to see mandatory silent alarms that'll give teachers the ability to notify police and initiate a school-wide lockdown in case of a crisis. Each proposal has bipartisan support. Let's take a live look at our weather conditions with our chief meteorologist, Jackie Lair. And we do have a bit of a warm up on our hands.
Yeah, we do. I mean, today we had high temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We didn't reach the 50s in D.C., but I'm sure in due time that we could see that later in that 7-day forecast. The radar, though, out there right now, a couple sprinkles back out towards the west. You see some of those green blobs starting to pick up on the map out towards some of our westernmost areas like western Maryland, even down towards the Luray area, some of that green popping up on the map at this hour. A wider view to show you, we're watching this cold front that'll continue to slide its way across our area. That cold front not ushering in too much of the cold, but if anything, sparking up that chance for a spot sprinkle as we get towards the overnight tonight. Current temperatures, those are still hovering right around 40 in D.C. Even 40 out towards Woodstock, but look at Luray still holding in the upper 40s there, upper 30s in Hagerstown. A noticeable difference from yesterday evening around this time. We're running about 10, even close to 15 degrees warmer at this point compared to last night around this time. Even look at Kaiser, at least 20 degrees warmer compared to last night. We still have a breeze mainly out of the south-southwest right now, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once that cold front clears the region, those winds will shift out of the north and west. It's going to be quite breezy out there tomorrow afternoon. So breezy out there for your Wednesday. High temperatures not quite as warm as the day today. At least we'll still be above the freezing mark. So tomorrow, still another day where we continue to thaw out and we continue to melt all that ice and snow. So more details when we see even warmer temperatures in that 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Jackie, thank you. New tonight, emotions running high in western Maryland as a Hagerstown City Council met to talk about the proposed ICE detention center.
Cowards! Unconstitutional! See you at the ballot box!
The protest against the Washington County Commissioners voted to support Homeland Security's plans to turn a warehouse into a facility to house hundreds of people. Several in the community tired and tried to change their minds ahead of the meeting.
Because I don't want concentration camps anywhere in the U.S., but especially in Maryland.
We want people protecting us. You know, this is how we become protected.
The resolution's unanimous adoption led to the commotion, forcing the meeting to take a recess and then removing everyone from that hearing. Meanwhile, a congresswoman who represents Washington County has introduced legislation to block the ICE detention facility. April McLean Delaney says her proposal would ban all immigration holding centers in the county. It would also prohibit ICE from using any congressionally appropriated dollars on the project and give people in Washington County a legal process to challenge any planned facility in court. Over in Montgomery County, the council has unanimously approved the Trust Act. It means people will have safe access to county services regardless of immigration status. It also limits the use of county resources like police from helping federal agents in civil cases, which means they're only violating what is being in the country without the proper documentations.
This country is going through is extremely sad times. This is the right legislation for what we can possibly do.
Leaders do stress that police have and will continue to enforce criminal laws if a person is accused of a crime. The head of ICE in the hot seat on Capitol Hill, Democratic lawmakers grilling Todd Lyons over the agency's aggressive and deadly enforcement tactics. Lyons defending, though, the agent's actions and saying they will not be intimidated as they carry out the president's mass deportation plans. Democrats demanding reforms following the agents killing 2 U.S. citizens in Minneapolis. They want them to wear body cameras and be fully identifiable the way other police and troops are, and they say the changes are needed before they'll vote to fund the Department of Homeland Security. Republicans largely are praising ICE. And let's take a live look at the National Cathedral, where 24 Buddhist monks, along with their rescue dog, made a stop there during their 2,300-mile walk for peace. They started in Fort Worth, Texas, 108 days ago, back in October, and they have trekked through multiple states in treacherous conditions, and then they made their way into Northern Virginia from Dumfries, Alexandria, and Arlington before coming over the Chain Bridge into Northwest, and were greeted there by a large crowd at the National Cathedral. And that's where we find DC News Now's Marielle Carbone, who talked to so many who felt really drawn to this message of hope.
People traveling from all over to be here today from Chicago, New Jersey, just to hear that message of peace. They tell me it is needed now more than ever. Quiet chants greet a group of Buddhist monks arriving at the National Cathedral, walking 108 days in a quest for peace.
Today, stand right here in this holy place It is overwhelmed.
Venerable Bhikkhu Panakara leading the group.
This is the moment in front of me. I see thousands and thousands of people here. This is the moment where you slow down.
The monks walking 2,300 miles from Fort Worth, Texas, with stops through Richmond, Arlington, and Alexandria.
I've been following the monks on their journey from almost the beginning.
Beth Johnson traveled in from Chicago to be here.
In city after city, town after town, people lining up in order to hear this message.
That message, of course, peace and mindfulness.
Their message of we need to be peace, be mindful, and have peace within us in order for there to be peace in the world.
Yeah, I've been following this since late November.
Eugene Tyrell from New Jersey finding the crowd moving.
We're one heart and we want to get beyond all the petty squabbles that drive us apart.
Together, the crowd taking in the moment as they look to push the movement forward.
We are not walking from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. to bring you any peace, but to raise the awareness of peace so that you can unlock that box and free it.
And the monks will continue walking on tomorrow. They'll stop at the Lincoln Memorial and they'll wrap up the walk on Thursday in Maryland. Reporting in Northwest D.C., I'm Marielle Carbone, D.C. News Now.